Could you give him my phone number? Every couple of months, someone brought it back into popular use. Usually Nick.
Maybe you should have thought of that before you grew out those gorgeous dark locks.
Nick reached forward and flicked Remy's wool-lined collar.
You're aware it's 900 degrees, right, dude? Are you aware this isn't an ICP concert inside a Hot Topic?
Remy said.
Oh,
Levi crowed.
Roasted. Roasted?
Nick crossed his tattooed arm over the metal band displayed on his black t-shirt, as if to lean into Remy's jab.
Sort of like what this weather's doing to handsome Remy's flesh under all that wool.
Lovely, Nicholas, Sophia said and shuddered. When you shudder, something twinges in my spine, I told her. Because of the empathetic bond of womanhood? She asked. Because your knee is digging into a part of my butt I think is connected to my spine, I said. Oh, sorry. Sophia tried to make more room for me, but it was no use. She, Arthur, Nick, and I were packed like sardines. I was basically riding on her knees, with my top half hanging out of the window, where the sticky wind was working to fully tease my already tangled blonde hair. Take this turn, Arthur said, leaning forward between Remy and Levi.
It's faster.
Despite not knowing how to drive himself, Arthur was pretty confident he knew the fastest way to get anywhere. Of all of us, my brother was the most confident about the most things, and since he was right about 50% of the time, he'd become the de facto leader of our group. Remy nodded and turned down the narrow road that curved through the forest. The car thunked over a pothole, and Sophia and I winced in unison as my tailbone jolted against her thigh. Remy's dark eyes flicked toward the rearview mirror, and his dimples surfaced as he grimaced.
Sorry.
Through the dark, the headlights flashed over the green, "Now leaving Splendor" sign, and Nick whooped and thumped the roof of the car so that the birds inked on his fingers looked like they'd just flown into it.
Yeah, buddy,
he cried, thumping it again.
So long, assholes.
It was a running joke. Our township was so small that the "Now entering Splendor" sign sprang up on the 2-lane road a minute or two before you reached my house, and the "Now leaving" sign came another 5 minutes down the road, when the corn dropped away and the dark woods rose to cup the lane like greedy hands. That the town was called Splendor also seemed like a running joke, one that had long outlived whoever named our plot of dead brown fields and rangy forest and the single Taco Bell between the high school and the tractor warehouse.
I don't care if I ever see it again,
Arthur agreed, though it took me a few seconds to translate because he had a hand-rolled cigarette tucked between his lips and was using both his hands to try to light it. Remy tugged on his wool collar and glanced in the rearview mirror.
Could you not smoke in my car?
No, Arthur mumbled around the cigarette.
I'm addicted, Remy. That's the point.
Levi spun in the passenger seat, training his video camera onto me.
And Franny, how does it feel to watch your older brother fight the uphill battle of being addicted to novelty cigarettes?
I mean, it's terrifying, I said, twisting so my face was smashed against the roof of the car. 1 second, you're carefree youths riding bikes and throwing frisbees, and the next, your brother's under a bridge, wearing fingerless gloves and playing bad Dylan covers just to feed his habit.
And you, Nicholas Raymond Colasanti Jr.?
Levi turned.
I understand you're as close with Francis and Arthur Schmidt as any goth can be with anyone.
Nick's skeletal face scrunched up and he palmed the camera.
I'm metal, not goth. Now get that thing out of my face, dude.
His southern skewing accent thickened, like it always did when the camera was on.
I'm doing my pre-shoot meditation.